banded drops for eccentric drops for spine flexion. We're going to get a band. We're going to wrap it around the forearms, kind of in the crevice there. We're going to put a weight in the middle, and this is our progression. So we're going to start at the lowest level possible and get slightly more and more intense as we go along the length loading progression. So from here, the first point is I'm going to have that starting position, analog my fingers to make it a little more fixed. We're simply going to have either from a completely upright position or a slightly flexed position. We're simply going to move the arms and have the weight bounce around. Okay. Again, we're starting this with a pretty light weight, so it shouldn't be too much. We're trying to move it around a little bit and stabilize the weight while it shakes around. So a single rep is I shake my arms and let it hold. Okay. So I got to wait till it stops moving, and then I go again. And as I'm holding, I'm trying to maintain that starting position. So I'm not letting the weight kind of, shaking this and then letting it pull me back and forth. Okay. As you get more and better at it, we can then simply add a little more spine flexion. So hey, we're going into that Jefferson curl progression. We can move like so, up and down, and stay in that center area as best we can, and try to stabilize from that position. As we get more advanced, we'll progress out of this to where the spine moves to make that motion from the kettlebell happen. So for example, instead of getting down here and doing my arms, like moving from my shoulder, I'm gonna move from my spine here and hold like so. So I'm both actively getting out of flexion and then trying to maintain flexion. So you can do a little bit of both, where I move arms and spine here, but the real thing we want to focus on is making sure that I'm moving from spine, then hold that position. We can get as deep as you want here, as much as the spine allows you to, and shake around, and even add different side-to-side bends here to teach the spine how to contract against a very random and chaotic object. Again, all of our spine training is typically about, hey, let's get strong in these positions. We need to also be able to handle random and heavier loaded eventually positions that are not going to be as consistent as just, hey, pulling from this position or just picking something up. Hey, what if I have to stabilize something that's moving? Okay, we need to be prepared for those positions. We need to prepare for those times when we can't exactly control everything, and this is one of the ways we're going to start to do it.